Hello everyone, Jay here again with some recommendations and modifications for ways in which we can adapt our workouts for kids. We're going to take a look Tuesday the 28th of September. We've got Linchpin Test 5. 20 back squats at 225 or 155, 2 mile run, and then finishing off with 20 back squats again at 225 and 155. Now, as Pat would say, this is a heavy day at a high heart rate. We're going to have a look at the modifications for this are going to be quite simple. But it's what this workout gives us the opportunity to provide our children that is the thing that I really like about it, especially for our advanced kids. Now remember, our advanced kids are children that have sound mechanics, they've had a lot of experience doing a range of movements, many different movements, they've got experience under load and they know how to stay consistent throughout the workout. So especially our advanced kids workout is going to be an opportunity to provide children with a stimulus that they're going to find challenging. They're going to need to draw on their resilience. They're going to need to know that even though things are tough, if they keep going, they can get through it. And that's what, we all know that CrossFit provides that for us. And that's one of these things that this workout is going to provide our children. Err on the side of caution with your children if you're thinking about giving them the advanced kids. You really want to have a good understanding of where they're at in terms of the way they manage load and also their capacity to run for a longer period of time. So for our advanced kids, we've got a rep range of 10 to 20 med ball squats. We're going to have a video showing you some technicalities with that. We've got a 1 mile run, so half the distance than our adults. You may well have some children that could run longer. But remember, we want to keep our workouts in and around 10 minutes plus, maybe for our more advanced kids even, just so it's like boredom and tedium doesn't set in with the workout. And then again, they'd finish with 10 to 20 med ball squats. I've got here little asterisks. If you don't have med balls available for your children, or the load of your med balls might be too high, can easily be adapted to use a kettlebell or a dumbbell in a goblet squat, and we'll have a video showing you those modifications as well. Now, for our less experienced children, they're going to probably be unloaded with this. However, so they're going to have 4 rounds, 10 air squats, and running between 200 and 400 meters. The reason that I've put this as 4 rounds is just to allow some natural rest periods in there when they're transitioning from squats to run, then back to squats, instead of just doing a sort of almost chipper-esque style workout here. I have put an asterisk here. You might have some children that I would say that are somewhere in between advanced and less experienced, maybe more of an intermediate. They're probably ready for a bit of load, but they might not be ready to tackle a workout of this format. So again, you can approach this 10 med ball squats or kettlebell or dumbbell goblet squats with a 200 to 400 meter run. Again, just they're okay under load, but they might not be ready for that full mile run just yet. So breaking it up, giving them some natural rest periods is really appropriate. So because we have a no equipment option for our less experienced, our no equipment option is going to be really tailored for our more experienced, our more advanced athletes, but you have no equipment at home or in the gym that's appropriate for them to use. So it's going to be 20 to 30 air squats, a 1 mile run, 20 to 30 air squats to finish off. Really, really simple. Okay, we've got Jonah here who's going to help take us through the different squat variations that we can use in this workout. We're going to start off with the air squat, so for our less experienced athletes or our athletes that are doing the no equipment option. Now, I'm going to go through some steps you can use for your children to help get them in the right setup, and then we're going to talk about where we start, where we go, and then where we finish. So Jonah's going to put his feet together. He's going to put his thumbs up in the air in front. And Jonah's going to place his thumbs on his shoulders, and then he's going to line his feet up with his thumbs. He's effectively lining his feet up under shoulder width apart where we get us for our squat stance. So this is where his feet are going to stay for the whole movement. Then he's going to place his hands into like a butterfly or bird shape, and he's going to place them up in front of his head. And he's going to keep those up in the air through the whole movement. He's going to initiate the squat by sending his hips back, and then he's going to put his pockets below his knees while keeping his knees tracking his toes. and then he's going to stand all the way up. So Jonah's going to start the squat here. This is where we start. He's going to squat all the way down, pockets below his knees. This is where we go, and then he's going to stand all the way up. This is where we finish. Jonah's going to show us 2 from the side facing the wall. So he's going to start at the top. He's going to send his hips back, pockets below his knees, stand all the way up. Great job. One of the squat variations we can use if we're loading for this workout is going to be a dumbbell goblet squat. So I'm going to ask Jonah to pick up the dumbbell. He's going to place it vertically and he's going to hold it by the head of the dumbbell. He's going to keep it on his chest and he's going to keep his elbows tucked in throughout the whole movement. The mechanics that he uses now for the squat are exactly the same as the mechanics we saw for the air squat. He's going to push his hips back. He's going to put his pockets below his knees are going to track his toes, and he's going to stand all the way up, all of this while maintaining a neutral lumbar curve. Can you show me one more from the front, Jonah? And then he's going to turn to the side for me, maintaining a nice flat back. One more for me, Jonah. Good job. Notice that Jonah finishes standing it all the way up. What we tend to find sometimes if we load children is they'll finish not quite by opening their hips at the top. So make sure your children open their hips all the way up when they get to the top of the squat. An alternative variation we can use for this workout is going to be the kettlebell goblet squat. So Jonah's going to grab the handles of the kettlebell at the very bottom. He's going to place it on his chest, keeping his elbows tucked in that nice rack position here. And then again, our mechanics for our squat are exactly the same. He's going to initiate his squat by sending his hips back, his pockets below his knees. And he's going to stand up tall, opening his hip at the top. 2 more for me, Jonah. He's keeping the kettlebell in contact with his chest the whole time. And rest there. Making sure that when we put it down with a nice flat back. Good job. Okay, our final squat variation is going to be a med ball squat. I find that the med ball squat is a great modification for our children for our heavy days. It's a bit of an odd object, so it poses a little more difficulty when we're squatting, or when the children are squatting. So make sure that you only use this if they're really sound with their mechanics for an air squat and then other loaded variations like dumbbell squats and goblet squats. I really like this also because I think it has real good real life transfer for our children. You know, that position of carrying something in front is exactly where they would carry a bag if they're at school, if they were picking something up and putting it on a shelf. So I really like this movement for its functionality and also the sort of challenge that it gives the children in that odd object position. Jonah's going to pick it up and he's almost going to hold it in quite like a Zercher squat position that you see with quite those strongman lifts. He's going to make sure he has it high on his chest and his elbows are tucked underneath the ball, keeping it in contact with his chest. Can you pick it up for me, please, Jonah? Good. So you can see there that it's a bit awkward to get into that position, but Jonah's really confident with his squat, so I know that he's going to be able to maintain his mechanics throughout, even though he's got this odd object. So he's going to use the same mechanics as he uses for all of his squats. He's going to send his hips back. He's going to control the weight down, and then he's going to keep his shoulders upright and stand all the way up. One more for me, please, Jonah. Good, and drop the ball there. I really like the way that Jonah, as he's coming up from the squat, he's not hinging forward, so he's keeping that weight over the center of his foot, and he's making sure that his shoulders come up first. To summarise this week's workout, I really want to talk about my experience with my own children and days like today. So my son has helped me demo these movements, and then he said afterwards, "Oh, I really want to do that now," because usually we wait until the day that the workout's programmed. So I said, I can't turn him down for wanting to do a workout. So we just hit the workout. And before we did it, he said, Dad, before I tried to do 30 med ball squats, and I found them really difficult. And I was like, well, Jonah, I think you've got a bit stronger here, and I think your movement's got better. So I'm pretty sure that you can do this workout. And we did the workout. We've just finished it. And Jonah's movement was better. He did 20 med ball squats, 1 mile run, 20 med ball squats. And I think the best thing that came out of today's workout for Jonah was that realization that what he's doing is improving him. What he's doing is helping him become stronger, fitter, move better, and he's seeing those results in the things that he's doing himself. So if you can get your children working out consistently and with consistency in their movement, it will pay dividends. Jonah hasn't got miraculously stronger in a couple of months, but what he has done is refined his movement, and that in turn has made him stronger. And you know, it's a bit of a proud moment for us, you know, both of us. He's like, oh, I have got better. And I said, yeah, I knew you could do it. And he's been beaming since doing that workout. So once you get your kids invested in this, they will absolutely reap the benefits and see it for themselves. Have fun with this workout, guys.